Good morning, everyone. I am getting Chico ready to go see the vet this morning. And yeah, I'm using, my hand to hold the phone. I'm not using my tripod. And so I've got about 10 or 15 minutes before somebody picks me up to take me to see Chico. So I will see you guys after I get Chico taken care of. The only thing that I've done this morning is taken Chico for a couple of walks, had coffee, took my medications, and edited a few videos. That's pretty much all I've done. I haven't eaten breakfast or anything. So I will do that when I get back. Hi everyone, I am back from taking Chico to the vet. He did have a limp. They did see it. And they did take care of all of his paws. They also did checked the paddings on his paws, and they did notice that there was a little bit of a skin buildup on one of the pads, but they didn't think it was causing the limp, and so they don't know what is causing the limp. So they did give me an anti-inflammatory for 7 days, and we're going to see how he feels after that. Hey everyone, I tell you what, it's been a busy morning this morning. It has been crazy busy. All right, so Chico is hiding from me right now, just so you know. He did not enjoy his visit. He did not enjoy the trip over there, and he's hiding from me. He did come in and eat. I did give him his medication, which is a anti-inflammatory medication, and so he has found himself a place to be quiet and sleep. And so I'm gonna go around the house and find him, and let's get in the kitchen and make me something. It is almost 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten, and I'm hungry. So I already have some. I'm gonna scramble me up some eggs and have some pancakes on the side, and that's what I'm gonna have. And it's gonna be a high protein, low carb meal for me. And I was going to say breakfast, but it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I want my second cup of coffee. So let's get in the kitchen and let's get this done. I'm bringing y'all in to show you that I am making me 2 over easy eggs. And remember the pancakes that I made earlier? I stuck 2 of them in the microwave for about 30 seconds to heat them up. And now I've got 2 eggs over easy and a couple of pancakes that are a high protein pancake. Let's head over to the table and enjoy breakfast at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, I'm back over here. Let me get over here and fix up my coffee. I got Chico his first dose of that medication, and he is chilling out. He is chilling like a villain. That medicine made him chill out, which is cute. Today is food bank haul day, but they're doing it later in the evening. And a friend of mine is going to go by and pick up both of ours at the same time, which is wonderful. All right. Here we go. Oh, I need a fork. Let me go get a fork. I'm sorry. I was not prepared for this, but you know what? This is the reality of content creating. There's nothing wrong with that. still use the Dollar Tree glasses, by the way. I still use them. All right, I'm gonna take the egg, put it off to the side. I'm gonna take these and put them on the side right there. And we are going to get into this. And you might see Chico. Are you chilled out, baby? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm. I'm not sure what that was. Hmm. That's pepper. That's a whole big old thing of pepper. So I'm gonna set that off to the side. I'm not sure I want to have a mouthful of pepper. Mm. I had a viewer refer to me as I don't remember what they called it. Rigid? I think that's what they said. That I was a rigid when it came to food. And I don't think I'm rigid. What I think is that I'm simplistic, okay? I'm about to get a mouthful of black pepper. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to show people that you don't have to be elaborate to get on an extreme low carb diet. Mm. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to use this like a bread. I'm going to sop my yolk up using this pancake. Mm. It's so good. Mm. For those of you that use tortillas, like this, you know, we sop things up with our tortillas like this. Mm-hmm. I'm letting you know that you can use these like that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's another thing you can do with them. Sugar-free syrup. This was a gift from a family member. And you can make this just like pancakes. So my family member knows how much I enjoy pancakes. And you can eat it just like it was a pancake. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow and Friday is going to be a kind of a busy day for me. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment myself. And if the doctor gives me okay on the tests, then I'm gonna do those tests. I'm not gonna show you me do them, but I'm gonna send in those at-home tests and see how they work, and see if my doctor, my general practitioner, along with my diabetic doctor, sees this as an alternative for people who find it difficult to get in and get lab work done. Or will it substitute for lab work? I don't have to pay the laboratory because my insurance is going to cover this. There we are. I had my first meal at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I'm going to see if Chico and I will not be taking a walk until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's been on a couple of walks already today. And I did take him for a little mini walk after we got back from the vet. And so we're going to call it quits for walks until around 4 o'clock. Hi everyone, I'm letting you know that we got 2 boxes of food, and so let's get in here and let's see what's inside the food. All right, inside box number 1 we have hot dog buns, we've got a loaf of bread here, we've got 2 containers of whole wheat flour. We have catering HEB's vegetable plate tray. And so this is one thing I can keep, at least most of it. We're gonna keep going. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what we have in here, my readers. Okay, we have Simple Meals, Huevos Rancheros breakfast bowl. Let me see the carbs. That's what I gotta look at. 13 grams of carbs for 1 bowl. This could actually be a breakfast for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. Swiss rolls, that will definitely go to the family. They'll enjoy those, Little Debbie Swiss rolls. A rotisserie chicken, I will keep that for myself. Let me keep going. This looks like catfish. farm-raised catfish. So we got a chicken and catfish. Those are the proteins out of this box. Chico, I need you to move, baby. Oh, we're not done. We also got a whole chicken. Okay. Chico. Okay. This is garlic, kind of like garlic croutons. It's called crostini. Okay. All right. What are the drinks? Malta, India. Let me see. I do not see any information on it about it being 0 carbs or anything like that. So I'm gonna okay, let me see. Very low sodium, raw cane sugar. So I can't have it. So this will definitely go to the family. And let's get in here and get these bags open. There are 2 bags here. In this bag, quick oatmeal, rice, pinto beans, dried figs, a whole bunch of candy, and some white chicken. I'll keep the white chicken. It looks like it's just enough for 1 person. Yeah, 1 pouch is enough for 1 person, so I could actually make like a chicken salad out of this one day. All right, we're gonna put all this back in here. Because I can't have any of this, so I might as well give it back to them. Those kids are going to enjoy the treats in that bag for sure. And then the second bag is more than likely the canned goods. So let's see what canned goods we got. Okay, we got white chicken. I can have that. Whole kernel corn, sweet peas, peanut butter, and mac and cheese. All of this goes back in there. I can't have any of that. All right, I'm going to repack this while I'm right here. All right, Chico, pack it up. Right, now this other bag, this other box, let's go through it really quick. Hey, a box of donuts. I'm going to put that over there. I'm not going to be eating that. There is Jewish rye. Essential grains. Let me look at the carbs in here. 16 grams of carbohydrates for 1 slice. Nope. All right. There is sliced watermelon. I'm going to leave that for them. They're going to enjoy that for sure. Another Italian loaf of bread. 2 more donuts. It looks like raspberry donuts. They got another bag of the garlic crostoni they can keep. I'm going to leave what I can for them as well. Okay, this is another breakfast. Okay. I'm going to leave that for them. They have a rotisserie chicken. There is a whole chicken. There is also catfish. It looks like they have, this is the same thing. It has macaroni and cheese, corn, chicken, and a peanut butter in it. In here, it has raisins. Let me look. Let me look and see. There might be something in here I can have. I'm not sure. Okay. Chips. I can't have those. A bunch of raisins. Rice, beans, and oatmeal. So I'm going to leave that in there. Put the watermelon back in there. Put this back in here for them. And so out of this, I am going to keep a rotisserie chicken, a whole chicken, catfish. I'm going to keep the vegetable tray, and one of the breakfasts, 1 can of the chicken, and 1 packet of the chicken, the white chicken. And that's what I'm going to keep for myself this week. The rest will go to the family. Hey everyone. I'm coming in to let you know that the food is out of the house that I can't have. And the food that I can have is been put up for the most part. I will have to repackage the rotisserie chicken, the fish, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to repackage the shrimp as well, because I want to vacuum seal 1-pound bags of the shrimp, and that'll make 4 bags of shrimp. And when I vacuum seal it's going to make more room in my freezer, and that's why I vacuum seal. And so I want to do 1-pound bags of the shrimp that I have in there. And I'm going to put the date on this really big so I can see it. It is 5/26. And then 12/26 on this. And it's a dented can, but it's still sealed. Off camera, I did not do it on camera because I wanted to get it processed as quick as possible. The vegetables that were on that giant vegetable tray, the cucumbers were not any good. That's the biggest reason why I ended up at the food bank. But all the rest of the vegetables were great. So what I did with it is I took all the cucumbers off the tray and tossed it. And then what I did also is that I washed all the vegetables up with a little vinegar solution, and I wash the vegetables, the carrots, the tomatoes, the all the other vegetables. I wash them up really good with a vinegar water solution, and I gave the cherry tomatoes and the carrots to the family because they needed some fresh produce. And so those are, I can't have the carrots, and I have plenty of tomatoes in my refrigerator. So I pass those on to them. I kept the broccoli, cauliflower, bell peppers, and I kept the spinach dip because the spinach dip is something that I can have. And so I use, and the celery. So I'm going to be using the celery for cream cheese and celery snacks. I'm going to use the spinach dip to go along with, I like to do it with my pork rinds. I like spinach dip with my pork rinds. The broccoli and cauliflower is going to be steamed, and that's going to make a side for my meal. And what else did I have? I had the celery, which I'm going to do cream celery bolts. I'm going to do the broccoli cauliflower steamed. Oh, bell peppers. I washed off those bell peppers that were sliced, and I added them into the container of bell peppers that I already have. And so now I'm set up with vegetables that I can have. And I will be set up for quite a while now. So I'm good for the next at least week or two. I was really surprised at how much food that was given this week. And last week, let me tell you, when the lady that that goes and picks mine up for me, she told me last week that there was no line, and this week there was no line at all. So nobody was going to the food bank these last 2 weeks. And so that food would have ended up in the dumpster, especially the fresh produce, because they wouldn't have picked through it. And no, it would have ended up in the dumpster. So would have the watermelon that was in there. The bread would have ended up in the dumpster. What else would have ended up in the dumpster? All of the fresh produce would have ended up in the dumpster. They probably would have let the meat stay. And all the canned goods would have stayed. But I'm telling you that it's worth it if you all are on a fixed income like I am, and you need or feel the need or think that you can save money by going to a food bank, and go and check it. Okay? In our area, they don't turn people away unless they run out of food. That's the only time I've ever seen them turn somebody away, is if they ran out of food. But oftentimes I have seen food banks in this area that they end up tossing food, or they send it down to the senior center. They've done that before. They've sent it over to the senior apartments before. I've seen that happen on occasion. But what was it, 2 weeks ago? I got the frozen cauliflower at the food bank that week. I got 2 bags of it. And then at the senior center, I picked up 3 or 4 more bags, because they were going to toss them, because the food bank couldn't give them out. So they took it to the senior center, and several of the seniors, I waited until everybody got what they wanted out of the box, and then I took what was left, and I think it was like 3 or 4 bags. And the reason is because that's a vegetable I can have. And I like it. I like cauliflower. So now that I have fresh ones, though, I never know from week to week what I'm going to get at the food bank. So my vegetables are going to bounce off whatever I get at the food bank for that week. And so I have a lot of onions. I have a lot of bell peppers in there. Um, I have quite a bit of tomatoes in there. I do have lettuce, so I'm going to make some salads, and all of that can go into the salad. Celery is in there. And so I'm going to incorporate all of that in the salad. And if I see that the bell peppers that I purchased from Froberg's, if I see that they are like needing to get, quote, used up, I'm going to chop them up and I'm going to throw them in the freezer. Just like I used the onions that I chopped up from my food bank a long time ago. And they were going to go bad, so I chopped them all up and put them in the freezer. I'm going to do the same thing with the bell peppers when I get too many bell peppers. But of course I'm going to use the ones that need to get used up first. And if I see that I'm not going to be using them all up, then I'm going to go ahead and chop them up and throw them in the freezer. So my freezer is now back filled up, and that's why I have to keep processing all of this and making my own food here at home. I can't do like I'm not going to be going out, because now that we're in a season where there's an abundance of food at the food bank, and they are trying to get rid of the food, I'm going to be cooking as much of that food as I can at home. And anything that I cannot use, I will pass it on to someone who can use it. Okay? I will always keep my canned chicken, my canned tuna, and the reason is because that is stocked up in my pantry. I don't need freezer space for that. And so I can stock this up in my pantry. Oh, and by the way, on one of my videos I did, I don't know, it's probably been a year, maybe 2 years ago, I made some apple butter, and I gave 2 jars of that apple butter to the family with the understanding that she was going to bring me back my canning jars. And she said she promised me she would bring them back. And I told her, I said, those are heirlooms, they belong to my grandma, so I would please bring them back. You can have the apple butter, okay? And so Chico is having fun back there. And so she is going to bring me back the jars. And if she brings me back the jars, I told her, if you bring me back the jars, then I will give you 2 more jars of it, because I can't have the contents inside, but I can certainly use the jars for other things that I can and process. I can process tomatoes. I can process, make my own salsa. There's a lot of things that I can do on my own that I don't need, that I can and put on my shelf. I can do my own green beans. I'm not going to be doing my own spinach, because it takes a lot of spinach to fill one little jar, one little pint jar, okay? So I won't be doing my own spinach. I would be either buying canned spinach or getting fresh spinach. And I can't think of anything else. Oh, I can can chicken. I can can my own chicken too. Yes, you can do that. You can can your own chicken. And so if I need to, I can do that. I can make it shelf stable by canning it myself. And I have a video out on that as well. So it's in my canning playlist if you're interested, of how I can chicken. And I don't do it in water. I can chicken just like raw. And I just put it in there and stuff it in there, and then pressure can it, and it's pressure cooked chicken that is shelf stable. So anyway, that's enough of that. So I'm going to take these and put them in the pantry, and Chico and I are going to chill out. Maybe we will, it's 4 o'clock, okay? So we'll go for a walk before, it looked like it was clouding up outside. So you can see his energy level is back And so I am going to go ahead and take him for a walk. And I will be coming in around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to wait 4 hours before I take my glucose level after my last meal. And so I am going to, at 5 o'clock, which is in an hour, I am going to cook me up. Who knows, I might steam the broccoli and cauliflower just so I can get it used up. I might just do that. Once I get it cooked, then I can use it and just heat it up as a side. I do have that soup in there that I can have, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steam up the broccoli and cauliflower and get it already cooked, and that way I can just break it up into 2 or 3 meals and use it as a side. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I can eat it with the meal today, and then it'll be enough for 2 more meals probably. We'll see. But I'm gonna steam some broccoli and cauliflower because it needs to get used up. So, and I might throw in some peppers and some onions too, to make them like a broccoli cauliflower medley, seasoned medley. I think I have some. I think I got some free bags that you just throw the vegetables in and they'll steam on their own. And I think I might try that. And I'll take you along for the journey because I don't think I've ever used them. So let's do it. Hey everyone. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like 4:12. Chico and I just got back from our walk. And I need an afternoon pick me up. So let's get in here and let's make me an iced coffee. Ah. There we go. All right. Woo-wee. Let me get one of my iced coffee glasses out. And a straw, because I'm going to need it. And I'm pretty sure there's only a cup left of this. Remember, half of this jar, half of this is a cup of this. I'm going to shake it up first. I'm really relieved that they couldn't find anything wrong with Chico, except that he does have a limp. They saw it themselves. And so the inflammation is, all right. Yeah, there's a little bit left, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there we go. Then a teaspoon. I'm just going to use a regular teaspoon, not a measuring spoon. I am going to put a stevia in. I found these stevia at Walmart, 200 in the box, at a fairly reasonable price, so I got them. I just poured it onto my straw. Let me get it down in the chocolate milk, chocolate almond milk. And then I do believe this is going to be the last one out of this one. I want y'all to see how long this lasted me. With only 1 teaspoon, that's all you need. 1 teaspoon. Look, I still got more in there. I want y'all to see. All right, there we go. Now I've seen the commercials about them just pouring it in to their, water, protein drink. You can do that, okay? There is a recipe out there for, those protein drinks that I get, that I purchase. I still have them in my pantry right now. You can take a half of one of those and put this Java coffee in it. Put some ice in it. I'm just going to take the tray of ice. because this is the way I make my ice these days. I used to go get bags of ice when I had a car, but I don't have a car anymore, so I do not do the bags of ice. I make my own ice. And so, there we go. And this is gonna pick me up. Oh, so good. People, y'all have no idea. It tastes just like a high-end coffee house coffee. Another thing I wanted to talk to you all about today is Chico is licking my leg because I'm sweating. We just went for a walk and Chico did not stop on this walk. He didn't pause at all. He went straight on through. And this is after he's had one dose of that anti-inflammatory medication. So I have a feeling he's got some inflammation in a joint somewhere. I have a feeling that's what it is. I'm really glad I took him in because they didn't give him no pain pill. What they did was they gave him an anti-inflammatory to see if there was some inflammation in any of the joints in his foot, because they saw that he was limping, but they couldn't figure out where and why. And so it told me it disconnected. I could see the light saying it disconnected. So I don't know where or why, but it did. He does have inflammation. And so I'm going to give him a treat for not stopping. You ready for a treat? All right, we're going back to the without the microphone because my microphone battery died. I lost the microphone that I had on this morning somewhere. I have no idea. We have checked my house. I have checked my house. The lady that took me to take Chico to the vet, she checked her car. I have checked outside where I was. I can't find it anywhere. It's a good thing I had two of them. It's a good thing. And so anyway, so when he does the behaviors that I like, I use these bark box treats. And what I do is, let me show you. All right, let me show you. Let me give Chico his treat first. There you go, baby. I take the full treat, which is, this is one treat, and I break it in half and put it back in there. And I do that with all the treats. I break it in half, and some of them are big enough that I can break it up into thirds, like this one. Let me show you this one. This one, I can break that one up into thirds. And that way, when I treat him, and I keep saying that word, when I treat him, he's not getting the full treat. He's only getting 1/2 or 1/3 of it. And these will last me the whole month. Okay. Now, this does not include the chews. And if y'all are interested in help me with the chews that he enjoys doing in the evening while I'm sitting here at the computer, they're going to be linked in the description down below on my Amazon wish list. And all of his chews will be there, and his dog food. I'm changing his dog food too. The doctor did tell me to change his dog food. And so I'm going to gently switch him over to the Hill's diet for adult dogs. She told me not to buy any more of the puppy chow, of the puppy one, okay? And to get him the adult dog food. So that he gained a lot of weight from the last time that they that they weighed him until now. He has gained quite a bit of weight. They were shocked at how much weight he has gained. But they also said he's not fat. Okay? Chunky, yes, but he's not fat. You're walking him quite a bit, and he's building muscle is what's happening. And so I'm like, okay, all right. So they do want me to switch him over to adult dog food. So I'm going to take that off of my wish list, and I'm going to find the adult dog food, um, and put that on there so that if any of y'all want to purchase him a bag of dog food, you can. Um, and then I'm going to cancel the subscription for the puppy food, and um, I'm going to make a subscription for the adult dog food. And anytime that somebody sends me a bag of dog food, that is just kind of backstock. And when I get 2 or 3 backstock bags, then I'll just, I'm not going to cancel the subscription, but I will skip a month. All right. And they told me to go to 3/4 cup of the dog food, not the whole cup. And so I'm going to back down off and go to 3/4 of a cup at the most. And his rewards, his little treats, okay, for doing what he's been asked to do. He was so good at the vet today. He was so good. The vet was impressed with all the, um, with his behavior, with what he has learned so far. And so I was really worried because, he has issues with people touching him. And so but he didn't have any issues today. He did not at all. That's number one. Number two, he didn't get sick. Remember, the first 2 times he went to the vet, he threw up, he got sick. And today he did not get sick at all. He did not feel sick. And so maybe I can get him to the point where he can go places with me. I'm hoping that I can, because I would like to take him to the dog park. That's one of the things I would like to do. I would like to take him to PetSmart or to Tractor Supply, and go visit those places, because those are places where the dogs are allowed. And so if I can get him to behave well and around other animals where he is not stressed out and not going after them and things like that, then, and not getting car sick, then I'm going to take him with me to places. Spice used to go with me everywhere. And so I would love to take Chico out and about and going places. I would love to do that. And so, yeah, Spice used to go on road trips with me. He did. He went all the way to Kansas with me, and he's been to Oklahoma with me. He went to Missouri with me. So I'm hoping to get Chico to that point so that I don't feel like I'm trapped here, okay? And then we can hit the road together and maybe go traveling. All right, that's my goal. I want to get a car. I want to pay cash for a car. Listen to that. I don't want to go into debt. I want to pay cash for a car that I can take on road trips and go places. So this is a good goal for me. I'm retired. I want to do things like that. So, but I'm getting myself, I want you to also know that I am going to have to go through my wardrobe and try clothes on and get rid of a bunch of clothes that are too big for me now. And I'm not going back. All right. I am toning up. That's what's happening with my body, is it's toning up. I can see all of this is gone. My face is narrowing out. I'm gaining a waist again. And my back end, my caboose is getting smaller. My legs are no longer inflamed and swollen, and my feet no longer hurt. And so I'm beyond thrilled with the results. And I realized when I was like telling myself, you can do this one day, okay? I realized that I can't. I can't do it one day. All right, it's not good for me. the carbs that I was eating was attacking my body, and I felt it the next day. So I can't do it one day. I can have things, okay? But I have to take what I can have with me. And I'm learning that. It's a it's a learn. It's a learning curve. If I go out to eat, I know what I can order off of a menu. When I go out to eat, I've proven myself. If I go out to a restaurant, or I go out to McDonald's, or I go out to um, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I can do Kentucky Fried Chicken with baked chicken. Okay, they do have baked chicken there. And they have green beans for a side. Okay, and so I can do that kind of stuff and stay on my eating plan that way. What I can't do is go to a potluck and think that it's okay for me to have a little bit of that. I can't do that. All right, because I don't know what they're putting in the potluck. I can go to a Build-A-Burger bingo and I can do lettuce and the hamburger and lettuce and the hamburger and all of the sides, that go on a burger. Tomatoes, pickles, onions. I can do all of that and make me a salad. That's what I can do. And so, and take a dessert if I want to. What I'm learning is that if I want something on the side, for instance, the pancakes, I can take the pancakes. Okay? I can take the pancakes and with some whipped cream and one or two, three strawberries, and have me a strawberry shortcake. Okay? Yeah. With a protein-based shortcake. Okay? Does that make sense? And so I'm going to be playing with that particular recipe that I make the pancakes with because I really like it. All right. And so I'm going to be playing with that and making different things. Okay. Not just the cinnamon. Okay. Which is good. I like the cinnamon. But I would like to try to do other flavors besides the cinnamon. Like I would like to get some flavoring and do remember the popcorn flavoring? I can do mock cornbread that way. All right. I want to play with that recipe a little bit. I'm also going to go back and revisit the mock cornbread and all that stuff when I make some more, guess what? Chili. Okay, because I'm a chili person. All right. So anyway, I'm looking at those things now. Okay. And I'm past the trying to figure things out, and I'm past there's problems with the house I need to get fixed. I'm past that. So I can focus back in on some low carb foods. One of the things that I want to do probably, let's see, tomorrow I'm going to the doctor. I might get up in the morning and make me one of these. This is let me show you what this is. This is a kind of cheat sheet for smoothies made simple. And so I am going to do a video on this, and I might do it tomorrow morning before I go to my doctor's appointment, and pick out one that I can do quite easy. All right. And yeah, one of them is really easy. It's called Power Up with Protein, and it's 1 to 2 scoops of low carb protein powder, which I have. It's a vanilla one, and a half of the pre-made low carb protein shake. And then you put it in with ice. But you know what? There's some other ones in here. I do have you know what? All right. I'm going to look at this and I'm going to study one and I'm going to pick one for tomorrow morning. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chill out for a little bit and then we're going to get in the kitchen. We're going to steam the broccoli and cauliflower for my dinner tonight. And we're going to, I'm going to fry up a pork chop. That's what I'm going to do. Hi, everyone. All right. So I got the microphone charged a little bit, so we can move on now. This is the bag that I was talking about, and I probably had these bags 3 or 4 years, maybe even longer. And what we're supposed to do is take the bag, fill it through your vegetable. Remember, I got this free. It was a free sample that I got. Fill it with your vegetables. So the vegetables that I got today are going in this bag. And I'm going to steam the whole bag. I'm going to steam everything. And they said to put whatever vegetables you want in there. And you can see full bag and a half a bag. Okay. Whoops, Chico. Let's see if he likes broccoli. I dropped it, Chico. Well, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Let's reverse and let's take a look at this carefully. All right. I dropped it. Right here. Right there. Look. Chico, right here. Right here. Let's do the cauliflower first. Oh, no. He's taking it. Broccoli's not bad for him. I'm going to take all the cauliflower. We'll do all the cauliflower first. It looks like it needs to get used up first. So we'll see how much. It's 2 different times on the bag for the steaming to happen. So we'll take the cauliflower first and then the broccoli tomorrow. Okay? Yep. That's all the cauliflower. So how much is it? It is, I'm going to call it a full bag. And it says put the seasonings in there. So I'm going to put salt and pepper in there. All right. Hold on a minute. Give me a second. Let's get one of these onions out. I have bell pepper too. Let me get some of the bell peppers out. And maybe a little garlic. We can do a little garlic in there. I'm creating the recipe on the fly right here. So. We get a chopping board out. And a knife. Let's deal first with onion and the bell pepper. Okay. Onion. Now, remind you that this is the bell pepper that I got from today's food bank. So the cauliflower, this is the bell pepper I got from the today's food bank. I'm going to get a couple of the red and a couple of the orange and some of the green from me. And we will dice these up. Add them in there. Did you like that broccoli, baby? Did you like that broccoli? All right, there we go with that. And we're going to throw all of this in there. Now we're getting some seasoning in here. All of this is low carb. Wash my hands. All right. Salt and pepper. And I'm going to put a pat of butter in there. I think that would taste good. Let's get a pat of butter in there. I think that would taste good in there. Go. And then you seal it off. And the instructions say for cauliflower, full is 4 minutes. Now it's not completely full, it's not up to here. Okay, I'm gonna say that's half then. Cauliflower, 2 minutes. So this will go into the microwave for 2 minutes. All right, and then the instructions on the bottom said, place the food and seasoning in the bag and seal firmly. Spread items into an even layer. Do not overlap meats. For best results with vegetables, add 1 tablespoon of water. Let me add one, I'm reading through it. Add 1 tablespoon of water. So let me do that. One tablespoon of water. I have 1 carrot that I did not put in that bag for that family. And then it says, lay bag in the microwave and cook using guidelines above. All right. I am going to mix everything around in there. All right. So, Want to make sure it's nice and sealed really, really well. All right. For optimal venting and even cooking, lay back flat. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lay it flat. Cook with this side up. And it said how long? Cauliflower, 2 minutes. All right. Here we go. We're going to see how it comes out. All right, I have my pork chop out here that I wanted to do. And I am going to do, I was going to do salt and pepper, but I think what I'm going to do instead is just a simple Tony Chachere's. Because I'm trying to work through the seasoning, and you know, it's hard to work through a seasoning this big when you're by yourself, you know. I'm gonna pat that in there. I'm gonna keep this simple, flip this over, and some more Tony Chachere's on this side. Because this, you know, is an all-purpose seasoning. It has everything in it. I'll pat that in. And this is one way I'm gonna make a pork chop. Remember, I have 4 of the pork chops, so I'm gonna do a variety of different things with these pork chops over the next couple of days. We're gonna cook it up. And this is just one of them. My steamed vegetables are already done. I'm gonna let them steam a little bit more in the microwave. I'm gonna come in the same skillet that I cooked my eggs in earlier. I washed it, of course. I'm gonna throw down the pork chop. Over here. There's the pork chop. And I'm just going to simply fry this pork chop up on a low, slow heat until it gets cooked through. Okay, I finished cooking the pork chop. And I checked its temperature. And we're going to come in with 2 or 3 pieces of the cauliflower. Some of the vegetables on top of it. And that one lonely carrot that I found on the counter after they, I'm going to put another cauliflower. There we go. And that way, I think this is going to make 2 servings. Yeah, it'll make 2 servings. Let me get a little bit more of the peppers on there. There we go. Okay, and that's a nice side to go along with that pork chop. And then, remember that chili pepper bowl that I got? That's what I put it in, and I'm going to let it cool off. And then I can put that into the refrigerator, and it'll be a side for tomorrow's meal. All right, everyone, I'm bringing you in. Mic is on, and I'm going to finish up this iced coffee because I'm not letting any of that go to waste. Chico has finished up his food. He ate while I was cooking. I found the second microphone because I lost the first one. I don't know where it's at. So it is probably somewhere between here and the vet's office. Who knows? Okay. But we're going to get in here. We're going to see how this tastes. It's a simple meal for myself. Using Food I already have. Seasoning I need to get used up. That is so good. Mmm. Mm. Mmm. These are really good. I did steam this cauliflower for 1 more minute because I wanted it a little softer than what it was. So the instructions on the bag said cauliflower for 2 minutes. I went to 3. This is really good. Peppers and onions. That one lonely carrot. It's good. The seasoning on that pork chop is good. It's so good. I am going to sit here and enjoy my dinner. Finish my iced coffee. And then I'll bring you back when I make my evening coffee and start to chill out. I'm going to take Chico for a walk in about 15 minutes. And then I'll take him for another walk at 8 o'clock in 2 hours from now, 2 hours and 15 minutes from now. And we'll get our walks in today. Hi everyone. Yes, the dishwasher is going. No, I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to give my cup a little splash of vanilla, because this is unflavored coffee for the night. This is the pure vanilla, Mexican vanilla that I have. I have 2 bottles of this, well, a bottle and a half now. I'm gonna put stevia in it, and this is a big cup, so I'm gonna put 2. There we go. And then I'm going to pour decaf coffee. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of whipping cream in it. One of these spoons from Tumu. Tastes good. I'm gonna sit and enjoy this coffee while I get ready to edit some videos.